When the Gleaner approached us a few years back to be a part of the publication, we thought, this is great. Why? It's a good publication because when you're in school and you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay for your tuition, it's always been hard to find out like what's out there. This is a publication that has every single thing you need. All the scholarships, the different types, and it also has, I think, some tips in there as well. So it's actually a very useful tool. And so it works for us as well. Plus, the more persons know about our program, the more persons that can actually apply. And we want to touch as many young persons as possible. We also want to attract the very best and the brightest, so I'm sure that having been in a publication, we will see more students applying. It actually helped us a lot last year. So it's a good fit for us. I wouldn't say mandatory because it depends on what your bottom line is. But in the case of Victoria Mutual, we're all about building a better Jamaica. We're all about building our community. We're all about helping our members to advance. And education is the foundation of helping someone to enhance and create financial independence. So if you can afford it, and if you have the heart for it, then you should support. It doesn't have to be in a massive scholarship program. It can be in just helping students with school fees. It can be with lunch. It can be just being there. For VM, we focus primarily on our scholarship program, but we also invite our scholars, those who have the time, like those that aren't in med school, those to actually to work for us during the summer. So even though we've given them a scholarship, we invite them to apply for, to work with us, and we have them from May up to September. And there are some of them who actually stay on a bit longer if they're really, really good and they have the time. Let me tell you, I've been a part of the VM team for over 4 years, and I love our scholarship program. 2 years ago, we saw an upsurge in the quality of the male applicants, and the young men that came before us blew my mind. I mean, they were focused, they were driven, they had passion, they gave back to the community, they were involved, and they were so bright. And to the point where we actually created special bursaries outside of the scholarship because it was hard to say no. Some of the stories, made you want to cry. At the same time, it was so encouraging because these young men and women, their desire to succeed is just incredible. So I'm very into the program. I call them my scholars. I call them on the phone, we keep in touch. And there's one young man who is from Sav, and he got 15 ones in CXC. And his story is incredible because his mother was too afraid to come to town to sign his application for Student Loans Bureau. He got a summer job, saved the money to go to first year. He was a straight A student, and when he sat before us, there's no way we could not have supported him. And because to me, this is an example of someone who is committed, who will not stop at anything and is driven to succeed. And so for me, this young man is like one of my role models because of his desire for success. I was walking past someone's office, and I saw a UE calendar, and I saw a photograph of him. He's debating in the Caribbean, and I think in Malaysia for UE. That's a good story. I think that this is probably one of the more important things that we do at Victoria Mutual in terms of giving back, because we're able to help these young people on their journey to greatness.